Now let us have Maggie Lee from Canada.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shekhar, and thank you so much, Policy Times, for inviting me and what we have in store, for, especially with plastic credits. I noticed that there are quite a few stakeholders, especially MRAI, and also quite a lot of project proponents that have joined us in this meeting today. So I'm extremely excited to be reunited with you with this talk about how plastic credits could help EPR in India. And so as we all are here gathered today to talk about EPR, plastic credits came up a couple of times, especially with the previous speakers. Just like to actually introduce to you Verra's plastic credits. Yeah, so I can share with you the video, and also quite a lot of people are asking about the presentations. I'm definitely happy to share that. And you can always visit the Verra website and you can find all this information there. So just super quickly, I know that we have very little time. A quick introduction about Verra is that we heard the VCS mentioned a few times and carbon credits mentioned a few times. Chances are, if you know about carbon credits, that VCS and Verra are the same thing. Verified Carbon Standard became Verra in 2007. This is the same organization. It is still currently the world's largest voluntary carbon mechanism in the world. And that's also why the VCS has been highly successful. And Verra, taking this success, is emulating the success in the area of plastic waste as well. And so in the bottom right, you see our logo for a plastic credits program, which is called the Plastic Waste Reduction Standard. And so together with the Triple R initiative, the maker of the video that you just saw earlier, we created something that's called the Guidelines for Corporate Plastic Stewardship. This guideline is available for public use. It's completely free of charge for all plastic manufacturers and also different types of retailers, manufacturers across the world. What it states here is that a very simple equation for all of us: total footprint of plastics, which is actually deliberate plastic usage plus accidental leakage, plus mitigation activities, which I will go over in a bit, equals leadership commitments in net circularity. This is a very simple statement that we may all agree with. It's just that what we do in terms of mitigation activities would differ from country to country and from company to company. So what we say is that, of course, as we all know with EPR and with plastics, is that we have to reduce our footprint first. We have to redesign for reduction, reuse, and recycling. And also at the bottom two here, you see that we have to increase collection and recycling, which is the essence of EPR. And that's also why, going back to this equation, is that EPR is in dotted lines because it's only now implemented in certain parts of the world, just like India. But plastic credits is now available globally because of this standard. And so at last but not least, these credits must be additional, meaning that they cannot be actually generated from existing recycling. We're not saying that projects that have started now already cannot generate credits. We can retroactively create credits for recyclers that have already been generating additional recycling, meaning that this is actually above what regulations dictate, and that these are actually surplus on top of the status quo, bettering the status quo. And of course, all this is real and measurable. And as I mentioned, these are transparently listed in the Verra registry, meaning that everyone can see how many credits are generated from each of these projects that are registered. And so as this plastic waste credit reduction standard is fairly new, we only launched this in February of this year. We can aspire to see how it would help India's EPR regulations, because first of all, I mentioned that this is a highly robust standard. Secondly, we have global buyers from all around that are interested in buying this with or without the EPR standards. And thirdly, it contributes to EPR. It does not compete with EPR. And so we're definitely looking forward to these three pillars you see here: the robust methodology, the independent auditing that's required to actually get the registration and also to actually verify these amounts, and lastly, the independent registry system that all the plastic credits are listed and shown, and also shown to the world. These three combined creates that integrity that we need to ensure that EPR plus plastic credits is really working in India. And so last but not least, together with the guidelines and also with the plastic standard, we do not agree that the plastic credits alone will not reduce plastic footprint. It definitely will, especially because of how India is implementing EPR mandatory for all the PBOs. And so with all the PBOs that are interested and also regulated and obligated to use the EPR or to facilitate EPR, plastic credits can come in very handy because it is actually definitely one notch above, and it is shown to be proven to be impactful and also extremely transparent for all the stakeholders to see. So this does not mean that you have to uncover or reveal your plastic footprint. It just means that all the plastic credits that are generated, especially those generated in India, are transparent for the world to see. So right now we do have a very mass collection of projects that are on their way to being registered, including some from India as well. And so we're definitely looking forward to being part of the help with EPR in India. So we do have a few next steps. We're looking forward to connecting to you, everyone who's listed here, 205 you, and also the Indian authorities, and also MRAI is now in active dialogue with us to partner up. So we're very excited to see how plastic credits can contribute to India's EPR development. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for indulging me in participating and on showing your interest in EPR and plastic credits. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. So nice that you have something, and I'm sure this will graduate to a stock exchange in terms of the way it is being described, and it will become profitable for both you all and also the users. And also you got tie-ups with all the pollution control boards, which are all coming.